He
Dennis
was just on
Reinhardt on
screen.
light. It's Jeff Levine on dark versus Dennis Reinhardt. We just saw that Dennis was playing. We just saw Dennis beat Chris Kelly in the last round. Now he's transitioning over to light side, facing down Jeff Levine on a pure win and you're in game. So
Yeah.
it is going to be Shadow Collective versus Ray Saga. I'm going to assume, I don't know about you, but I'm going to assume this is not asteroids.
I'm praying it's not Space Rocks. Like, it was fun to see it on stream. I'm super proud of Logan playing as well as he has to get this far and do this, but I don't want to see Space Rocks again. And in fact, it definitely isn't, as we see Best Star Pilot and a Cunning Warrior come down along with Ray and the Ray Effect. My strong in the family or something. I don't know. The Ray Effect. And Dennis dropping the Falcon on the site as well.
Yep,
I
best
believe
star
both these players
pilot.
are 5-2 right now. So yeah, it's a
Yes.
win and you're guaranteed in. It is likely at least one 5-3 will make it. I think we kind of did the math on that, and with 26 players, there's going to be a 5-3 or two, but you're still at the mercy of strength of schedule in that regard.
and that's where it really
I
comes
mean,
in.
Jeff probably has a decent shot. I mean, he also played Logan, so like you're going to have at least one. Even if Jeff loses, he's got at least two opponents who are 6-2 or better.
Yeah, and we do know we do have two players who are at least 6-1, with the possibility of a third. I will be updating the scroll to show the current top eight.
Yep,
So
and Joe and Logan are rematching, so there will be one 7-1, and then a pile of 6-2s, and then 5-3s. So because Joe did beat Logan last round, they're rematching now, and so Joe beat Logan's Hunt Down, and now Joe gets to face Space Rocks. I did not see a decree in his
yeah,
Shadow Collective. I would. Shadow Collective might run decree, not a guarantee. So Jeff putting out his Shadow Collective start. Maul's Hut. We got the Maul effect. You'll Be Dead and the Mobile
mobilization point.
Points
Yeah,
combo. So mostly the traditional. We've been seeing the traditional Shadow Collectives played. I'm a little surprised not to see an all wrapped up version. Jeff needs to get his Cloud City site as well.
yeah.
So I was hoping to see an all wrapped up version that did a bunch of capturing and
Maybe someday.
like thematically that would be awesome. I've seen it in play on Gemp occasionally. Like it's fun to see. It'll be interesting there. Jeff got his site. Um, I don't know how to pick a winner on this because I'll be honest, I've never seen Ray Saga played
Yeah.
other than with Space Rocks. Like I'm not sure what Dennis is going to be doing with this.
He's going to be doing
So
Dennis things.
he probably will be. Um, but I'm curious to see how it's going to run. Like, how many rays is he running to fuel Cunning? And are we seeing Ray with are we gonna see Jedi Ray? Like, this will be the first time since Legend got nerfed that Jedi Ray even sniffed a top table. So I like that. That'll be interesting.
I mean, she's been around like on other certain tables here and there. Um,
I
I've
said
seen.
top table. She's been around on lower level tables, but she's not very common. And I've tried using her. Like, Batmouse tries to use her all the time, and
Well, Batmouse tries to use a lot of people.
Batmouse does try and play a lot of very
Like he
interesting decks.
Dex. Sorry, Batmouse is like one of the more creative players out there. So I've seen what Batmouse has played, and just looking at it, like we've all seen his Bat 40. We've all seen his Bat Maul deck. Okay, and both players are showing off their hands to each other, and Jeff's hand looks pretty spicy.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Jeff's hand is Ooh, Jeff's hand is real good.
Like, that's the kind of hand
Uh,
players dream about.
yeah, like if you told Jeff, here, pick 8 cards you want in your starting hand, that'd be pretty close. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that
Like
he's
I
got
would
like
like that hand.
how many blasters did we see there?
Yep. So we see Jeff grabs Gall, and then Dennis immediately responds with "Hear me, baby," for "Don't do that again," and turns it sideways to delineate that it was a free shield pull instead
Well,
of
it was
the
a interrupt shield pull instead of like a
yeah.
taxable one.
It wasn't one of his 4.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to say.
So yep, and that's pretty traditional in live tournaments. You turn it sideways or turn it upside down and be like, "Hey, this one doesn't count as my 4 per game
Yeah, and there's this
from
grabber.
the starting effect."
There's the aim or the secret plans for Jeff.
Yep, couple quick and easy plays. Um, Jeff is going to go get a site, make sure Maul is there, and I mean he's got them all. Grab a saber, like I expect we'll see Maul
Yep,
plus his saber.
and he is showing there's the maul and the saber.
Yep.
So really good start by Jeff because he got the 2-0, he's got the maul, he's got the saber. The other thing he's really missing is the effect.
Yeah, I mean he'd like inconsequential, but at the same time, he's got Gall and he's got the first light in hand.
Yeah.
So like next turn, if he says, "Hey, I know there's a, I know inconsequential is in my reserve," I will throw Gall through the first light, grab Incon, and move on.
Yeah.
Because like I could definitely see Maul getting moved. Yep, Maul
Yeah.
warps himself to the 2-0 to get the, to start with the gangster on the first light. And Dennis is reading. I'm not sure he had a way to go after Maul right away, so I'm not sure what his plan is there. And I don't know. Oh, okay. I was like, where did his starting location go? Jeff is reading it right now, so
Yeah.
that's where it went. So let's see what we've got here. I mean, the location is probably just it's a Twix that does nothing for
Yeah.
Jeff. I can't imagine Jeff going there. I think it was just a see what the card he wanted to play is, and we see Dennis going and getting his Cloud City corridor, the upper corridor instead of the lower. So, as he wants to be above, not below. So,
And just so people understand, the a John Kloss training course, you can only deploy it as a starting location. And then if you choose, you have that power too. You can pull on your epic event, so that's the right part of the saga. You can pull My Parents Were Strong. My Parents Were Strong, not as popular as Like My Father Before Me or Your Thoughts Dwell on Your Mother, but it does say that deploying on the training course, when deployed, you may stack the episode or the virtual set 4 Falcon face up here from outside your deck. The Falcon may deploy from here as if from hand. Rey is a Skywalker, and then once per battle involving Rey, may take your just drawn Destiny into hand. So, like I said, you're not able to get the saber or like Anakin's saber with her, but you are able to do some other cool stuff.
yeah, the get a card in hand is interesting. Cloud City sites go next to each other.
That they do.
That Upper Plaza Walkway is a Cloud City site.
And I can't tell what card that is that Jeff is looking at right now. Oh, okay. I know what card that is. That's the. It is one of the Rey Saga poolers. It gets the Kef Berg.
Okay.
It is everything we need. It's an episode 7 interrupt. It is Destiny 4. If My Parents Were Strong on the table, choose. You pull the saddle or a Kef Bear site. Or during battle, add X to your total power, where X is the number of cards, your cards out of play.
Okay. I
And
knew that card
then
existed.
I'm sure you did. And then the Kef Beer site, there's two of them. There's the Oceanic Ruins. If you occupy with a Jedi, you lose no more than one force to that thing's operational. Uh, the dark side one is when deployed, may play a defensive shield from under your starting effect if from hand. There is another one that is a 2/2. It's the Oceanic Wreckage. While Rey alone here, she's fully immune to attrition. And then while Rey alone, you may not force drain at Kylo's location.
Okay. So those are
So
cute, but
so
largely
so
unimpactful,
locations that you've
except
never
in
seen
Ray's Saga.
played in your life.
Yep. So cute, but only impactful in Ray Saga, which this is the first time I've seen it played
Well, you've
anywhere
seen
ever.
those. He's probably grabbing. Did he? What did he grab? Did he grab the saddle?
He grabbed the saddle. He grabbed Octo,
Okay.
another full art foil that he got for playing at a different event,
And I
and
don't see it on the table yet.
because he did it during his draw phase.
Ah.
He used the grab during his draw phase. And yep, now we're seeing the Cloud City sites put together.
Okay. There's the new one.
And somehow Maul got magically moved to the battleground. So that was a mistake, but I'm sure they'll get it fixed. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Rey be tried. I just haven't seen it be successful. Like,
Yeah.
it's Luke and Anakin are much more solid because Luke and Anakin are just stronger than Rey.
Yeah. Which is kind of
Like,
weird because Rey is the Episode 7 character of choice. I mean,
like
the other
Rey,
thing
all
is
of the Jedi is interesting.
there's no way to really there's no reliable way to pull her saber.
Yeah, and that she's just not quite good enough.
I mean, once per game you could deploy it using her, but there's no way to get back from your lost pile. You can't pull it
Yeah.
again. So, I mean,
You
you
don't
can
have like,
use
my father
Ben,
getting it back.
but
Yeah, it's you don't have like my father getting it back, and you don't have or
you don't have your thoughts dwell on your
yeah,
mother to
you
get
have
it out
got
of the
Dwell to
lost
get it
pile.
back. Yeah, and like my father that gets it, but also says all your Battle Destiny draws are +1, and
Yeah,
you can just put a card down to get yourself extra force. Like the support cards are much better for them than they are for Rey,
yeah, and I
and
mean,
that'll
you
be
do have Luke Skywalker, the Last Jedi, who is a really good character in of his own right, but again, young Skywalker, Luke Skywalker, Jedi Knight, Luke Skywalker, the Rebel Scout are just a lot better. Anakin
yeah.
Skywalker, Jedi Knight is really, really good. Same
And
with
there's
Padawan Learner.
we're seeing the best Star Pilot pull to pull Luke Skywalker V on Red 5. So you're gonna just I mean Dennis is like, okay, I'll set up and slowly start retrieving.
Yeah.
Like, Jeff, I'm sure will put down come here, you big coward.
More than likely, I mean, Jeff, the thing is, he's threatening some decent amount of damage this turn. Like, you can see him potentially
Jeff's threatening
draining for
4.
3, plus the ping from You'll Be Dead.
Yeah, and I would absolutely like if I'm Jeff, I would absolutely pay for that drain. Dennis did put down battle plan.
Yeah.
And Jeff didn't pay 3 to drain for 2 last round. Especially now that he's got some extra force because Dennis gave him the chamber.
Yeah.
Now it'll be interesting because the Shadow Collective kind of runs on its high destiny interrupts being used to hit and do things.
Mm-hmm.
Rey at that chamber is suddenly going to make it a lot harder to deal with.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong because
That's going to drop that. It drops the destiny of all of those by 1, which is obnoxious.
But he's probably got a couple of copies of the Maul effect or the Phantom Menace alternative card.
Yeah. So he's got some 7s. I mean, that's actually kind of the biggest part about Rey is you don't have the Never-Ending Saber, and she's only immune to less than 5.
Yeah.
Which we talked about this earlier. Like, immune to less than 6 is so much more powerful than immune to less than 5
I know. There's a reason why nobody plays
because
Darth Vader, There's a reason why nobody plays Darth Vader, Betrayer of the Jedi. It's because his immunity is less than 5.
yeah, like less than 5, there's so many good Destiny 5 interrupts that make it into a lot of decks
Mm-hmm.
where there's just not nearly as many 6s.
Yeah.
And I do think design was trying to work within that a little bit by making like a lot of the Saga interrupts are Destiny 4 instead of 5 because that does, I mean, that makes a huge difference.
Yeah, and the fact that
But
you're
I
not
would have
allowed.
loved to see on the tweak set some of these like Vader Enforcer and Obi-Wan be immune to less than 5 instead of 6.
I agree with you.
Like I would have loved to see something like that happen as we see Jeff losing one off the top to add to the drain, and it's a gun.
The gun
Like
feels
Dennis is
bad.
probably happy with that. The
Yeah,
gun feels real
but there
bad.
goes Anakin, a Jedi lightsaber, and a Rebel leadership off the top for Dennis.
Ooh, that's
So I think if you're Jeff, you're fine with that.
and should get one more ping as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Jeff is probably willing to trade a gun for Anakin. And
I don't
there's
think
come here,
he
you big
pinged.
coward.
Did he ping?
He did not, unless if he's moved to deploy. Yeah, I don't think he pinged.
It's not a May. You have to take the ping.
Okay. Um,
Chris is going to be he's going to be like, why are they
yeah,
texting me again?
Chris is gonna block my phone. I know he hasn't already because he's responded, but like at some point he's going to.
Yeah.
He'll be like, these you guys wanted to show up and play, show up in Vegas. Like,
Well, is Chris going to pay for us to go out there?
I don't know. I'll be honest though, I expect Chris will be in potentially Chris will be in Columbus.
Yeah.
If he's there, I'm not going to yell for judge calls. I'm going to text him just because I can. And text him be like, Judge. At that point, he probably will block me, and I hope he does
Yeah.
because it will amuse me. So
It will
hopefully
amuse
it's
me
just
as well.
a short block. And we see Chris
Yeah.
taking a quick look to say, yep, that one. Did he? Yeah, I don't think he lost one.
I don't think he did.
So okay. I mean, he does have 4 cards in loss, but I felt like there was one already there.
Yeah, I thought there was one already there too. From
He might have done it real quick at the start, and we just missed it.
yeah.
All right, well, that's fine. This is part of what we are. This is what active judging gets you. Every once in a while, you say, "Hey,
$8.
double check on things," and that's fine. That's what you know. So
Like
I texted Chris to check it again, and yeah, oh, that's
Ray. Okay. I don't know what he was looking for, but he did miss a pool. Maybe it's got to be like the Cloud City location first. I don't think he deployed. He went for the
no. Well, yeah, he might have looked for
the saver.
Cloud City just to give away.
Yeah. Okay, so he did find the saber though.
I see the Jedi Knights of Columbus. Honestly, if we still hosted, and I went to tournaments back in the day that were hosted at KOC halls occasionally.
Yep.
The Jedi, if we could rent a KOC in Columbus for a weekend and call it the Jedi Knights of Columbus, that would be amazing.
You might want to float that to Carl.
There's not one in downtown, and if we're not in downtown, I'm not going to Columbus.
Why?
I mean, I probably still am, but like,
You're going.
I want to be downtown. I want to go to Fox in the Snow.
Well, I mean, there's
I want
plenty
to
of
go
Fox in the
to,
Snows.
yes, Point. Like, I didn't actually go to North Market last time. I should
Yeah.
go there. So,
Honestly, like this is something I'm going to bring up. Like, I feel like for Saturday morning, we should send a squad of people to Fox. And we should place an order like in advance. Be like, who wants something from Fox in the Snow? And that
and
way we
just
can
do
pick it up on Saturday morning, have it before the tournament starts.
an order ahead.
Yeah.
So I don't have to get up in some state of previous inebriation and figure out how to drive there, especially with parking being something you pay for.
Oh yeah.
There, I like that idea a lot. We should
Uh, Mason, this is not what you're thinking. It is.
now Fox in the Snow is an amazing bakery. The everything Danish was spectacular.
The
I
cinnamon
had it on the
rolls.
drive home.
The cinnamon
Everything is
rolls are
amazing.
amazing. I think I brought back like a half a dozen, and I was be like, "Oh, I'm going to share these with my family." My family was out of town. My parents were out. My parents were out of town. My sister and my brother-in-law were both sick, so I'm like, they didn't make it past 3 days.
I brought home a blueberry galette for my wife because she'd seen them and heard me talk about them, and she agreed it was amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was absolutely not. I'm like, I'm not sharing any of these. We stopped and picked up an everything Danish on the way home, and that was the only thing that would make it better is I think you need to spread the cream cheese a little bit
Yeah.
because it was one kind of glob in the middle, but like you have to do that right before it's eaten, otherwise the cream cheese would soak into the Danish and it wouldn't be as good. So you do it right before you eat it, and that would
Yeah.
be absolutely amazing.
Okay, so here we
So,
have some action. Arsing with blaster rifle,
yep.
Saulage Ventress, and Dr. Evzan and Pondabon, but with a gun going down in front of Ray. That's a lot.
So yeah, that's so interesting. They did kind of do it out of order. Like Jeff looked for the gun before he put everything down, but I think that was probably in live play. You can certainly do that and be like, "Look, I'm gonna go get a gun. All three sites are out. You know this is
But
what's
at the
happening."
same time, he could no. If he looks for it, he has to put it on somebody who's already on table. That is.
Yeah, but
I understand that like, but this is a literally your win in your in tournament. You cannot make those mistakes, and I'm sorry, but Dennis should not have allowed that.
yeah, you and I can agree to disagree there.
I'm
I
saying
will say I
I'm
would have.
saying the line of I understand there is a point and there's a reason and like it is sportsmanship and Dennis was being nice, but at the same time, if if this is gonna if this is constant, he missed the first.
Oh, he blaster deflection the Orasing shot.
Yeah,
Then he missed with a Saj.
but it looks like he hit with Dr. E.
He did, because he can add one to it. Or he doesn't even need to add one to it.
No,
Like, no, he does need to add one to it because of the corridor text.
oh yeah, you're right.
So that was a one.
I don't think he added one.
I don't think he pointed to adding one, but it really is only an issue if he subtracts.
That could be just the battle destiny.
Oh yeah, that could be because
And
he's stacking
if it
it
is
there.
the
So
battle
he decided
destiny, yeah.
not
If it is
to.
the battle destiny, then that still gets rid of Ray.
Yeah.
And
So he Jedi left to cancel the Ben Solo draw and draw some sort of red card, maybe.
yeah, and I think that's when you subtract to get rid of the gun. You send the gun back, then you lose Doctor E, and hopefully
Unless
you
it
have
was
both characters.
Destiny 5 or something.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Ray should be dying.
Oh, Ray's Kaputsko.
Yep.
Dr.
See if he
E,
had all wrapped up, then he could capture Ray,
oh,
and
that would be dirty.
that would be GG. Like, that's kind of why I
wouldn't say
want
it
to
would
see
be
the all wrapped
GG,
up
but
version.
it would be very.
So he
maybe
lost. I guess, so he lost the gun and Dr. E, and that was enough.
So
it must have been a draw of 4 that he subtracted one down to 3.
Dennis did play a Jedi Brazilian, stake Ray back in the hand. So she is going to be able to come down next turn, but the question is, where are you going to send her?
Dennis's loss pile is starting to look
Quite a big, yeah.
a little thick.
And Coward is on the
Like,
table, so he can't retreat with Luke.
yeah, he
And I
can.
don't think he's going to pay the 3 to drain for 1 at Gaul.
I don't think so. I think he might use Luke to go search for a all wings. Although maybe not. You'd be happy to have the 5 in there. So
Yeah. But I was going to say, why search for the all wings? There's no.
I wouldn't mind having it on the off chance Dennis does decide to go there with
Okay.
the first light. Like I think he'd go to
And
Gaul
Ray
instead.
going back down.
Or he's at. Yeah, Dennis is at Gaul.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ray going back down to make things
I
interesting.
I don't know how I feel about this. Like the
Ray's got to
lightsaber.
go somewhere.
I know he's got to go somewhere, but what I'm saying
You're
is,
not going at Maul's site.
no, Ben. Okay, so you get Ben, you use Ben, get the saber. Okay, and then do you pass the saber to Ray? I think you have to. Yeah. Ben doesn't
Yeah, I
have
think
any
you need
immunity.
to. Yeah, I think you need to. So
He just flips the saber to her.
Ben Solo just grabs the saber out of Lost Pale, like, here, you hold it.
Yeah. He's like, you're more powerful than me, anyways.
He says, you have immunity. Not that it'll matter because one of them be getting shot.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is where you swing with Asajj at Ben.
So
Just because you
we do have an
want
update.
it.
Joe Olsen took down Logan. Both of them are 6 and 2.
And there's Ahsoka Tano.
Or no,
No, Joe would be 7 and 1.
no, yeah.
Yeah, Joe is 7 and 1. Logan is 6 and 2. So Space Rocks went 3 and 1. So there's the battle. There's the retrieval. So he battled for free and paid 1 to retrieve. Oh, okay, Logan said he scooped, so Joe must have been like, here's my... I don't know what Logan said he
Logan
didn't want to play.
scooped?
Like,
Yeah, he didn't want to play against Shadow Collective.
I don't understand why. That seems like he should have a chance. I mean, it's probably a little bit of a slog, but if Joe doesn't have Decree, you win. I think you still win. So
Yeah, I mean, he just got done playing 7 games.
He knew he
had to
was
go
in either
through-
way.
He had to go through Mike Kessling twice and Joe Olsen twice.
Yeah, he knew he's in either way.
I mean, I got no fault on that. So big props to Joe and
You think
Logan.
Shadow Collective goes too fast? It's possible. Yeah, you could be right.
Yeah, that's a good point too, Phil. You can't projection the sites.
But the sites are all drain 1.
Well, not if you have
So-
Maul, but then you have
The one Maul site is about the same. So
well, yeah, the Maul,
Yeah.
the site where Maul is going to roughly be, yeah, because he doesn't have enough to.
it'll be
He doesn't
3.
have to occupy ultimatum.
Yeah.
So
So the Maul site will be 3, and then you drop We're Doomed, and
Yeah.
the rest are all cut way down, and the direct damage is cut down.
yeah,
I think Phil might be right. I do think Shadow Collective is probably favored, but I don't think it's a
Yeah.
gimme.
it's a I think it's a close match that could go either way depending on the players. But I think I think that favors Joe because Joe is Joe.
Yeah, I think if you
I mean,
said, hey, the
I'm
best
gonna
player wins this matchup, and it's
Yeah,
Joe versus
I'm going to
the
take
field.
Captain Redbeard against the field 9 times out of 10.
Yep. So looks like
But okay, back to our
we
game.
missed
Dennis,
another swing. Dennis goes
missed
for the shuffle.
both swings.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little rough for Jeff.
Yeah. Like
I
Jeff
don't
missing
think that
both
was-
swings is not good.
And then Battle Destiny is a 3. So honestly, Jeff might be peeling some here. Like Assad, one of them's forfeit -3 and the other one's forfeit 0. So you've got at most 4 forfeits. You've got 4, 8, 11 to 6, 12, 14. Yeah, you might There might be some healing here, actually.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have the
I mean,
kick, like
the Wounded
depending on
Warrior
how
helps a
he
little
hit.
bit, but not
Well,
a
the
lot.
Wounded Warrior was Battle Destiny, so he drew a
Oh,
3.
never mind.
Yeah, he didn't hit anybody.
Well, no, it's still the base Destiny because Ray's not alone there.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a 4 instead of a 3. It
So
doesn't
if
matter as
Ray or Luke are alone at that site, then the interrupts are Destiny -1. However, because Ben was there and
and we
Ahsoka
do
were
see
there,
the kick.
yeah,
So
it is a 4. So that was
it's a 4, not a
this
3,
guy's
Charlie.
mistake, Charlie.
I was wrong. Charlie is right.
Charlie.
Yeah, I'm giving Charlie credit. You know nothing. We'll give Charlie credit.
Shut up, old man. Go back to your porch.
It is really cold out here, so
Yeah, but don't you like it cold?
I'm not going to the porch. No, my cold black heart is already cold enough.
Okay, Captain Graybeard.
Why do I subject myself to this? So Dennis is in a solid spot right here.
Yeah, he's showing that he has a drain of 3 going plus a drain of Gaul. So
I mean, he's threatening a drain of 4, plus a retrieval of 1, plus the Ray retrieval, so he can start putting stuff on play.
Ellis Hellrot.
All right.
So we have some action. I mean, moving Maul over isn't bad because he's fully immune. Okay, so he is moving over Kira as well.
Oh, that's right. He can't sack the guns for 3. I totally forgot.
He can't.
Yeah, he doesn't have
consequence
yet.
That's a good point.
And he drew it for the Ellis Destiny, which is really gross.
So the fact that the thing is, he's had the first light in his hand.
Yeah, I think I don't
understand why not putting it out.
Yeah, not putting it out at Polis Massa and getting it. I mean, he's been spending his force every turn just battling on the ground, and I don't honestly hate that. Like, he just dropped the house on.
Yeah, he with the Dr. E,
Ray.
Aura Singh, and there's the. I think I can handle this to cancel
4
one
and
of those
5.
destinies.
Yeah.
You can't. Oh wait, you can't. No, it's battle destinies. You can't cancel.
Yeah, you can cancel those. You can't cancel Battle Destiny.
Okay, so now we have a swing back.
I think maybe I want to see if Maul protect. Maul must not protect.
I didn't see the comm scan, Charlie. The comm scan would be really good.
Yeah, just Battle Destiny draws may not be canceled where you have a non-unique blaster.
Swinging with Ray.
Yeah, comm scan would have been dirty.
Oh yeah.
He's definitely running a few of the Ray.
So
that Ray saved.
A 4 and a 4. He hits Dr. E. I think that's the right play. If you have the sorry, it's 100% the right play. Lady Proxima,
if you don't have the sorry, I think I would have.
I think that's a 5 or a 4.
It's a 4, and Lady Proxima is a 2.
Yeah,
so
that's
it'll
6.
hit Ben.
It depends on it hits Ben, but
did he swing
hits
it?
Ray. He adds 1 to hit Ray. Or no,
nice.
Ray's gone. Ben's hit. Does Dennis have the Hujix here?
Ooh. I mean, we talked about, why hasn't Jeff put out a ship? Like, because this is why. He just sent the world after the solos, and that's a 4 and a 2 because Jeff's objective is flipped. So the 4 is Destiny of Power, and the 2 is Battle Destiny.
Yeah, and I think if you're Jeff, you're fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, they're mathing it out, which tells me Dennis does not have the Hujix, and that's bad.
Yeah.
Because, if Dennis has the Hujix, you should go, I don't care about the math, here you go.
Yeah.
And call it a day because you're just going to pitch.
Timeout. Get Chris. He just put a gun back.
Oh, okay.
Get Chris.
Yep.
Like call Chris or something. I don't know.
I just texted him.
Yeah.
He'll respond. I mean, there's some time to figure this out until they get there.
Yeah.
Like Chris will come over and be like, "Hey," because yeah, Dennis is peeling a ton. Like
Yeah.
that was honestly like that was pretty close to game. Like Dennis just had to peel
A lot.
a whole bunch there.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris did not get over there in time to change it, but Dennis is down to like 11 or 12 cards.
Okay, I think Chris is over there now. Maybe.
Could be.
I
Could
hear.
be what they're.
No, maybe.
Nope, Chris is not over there, and now I see somebody.
Maybe he blocked you.
Now I see a shadow, or I thought I did.
Well, the issue is it's not Dennis isn't the issue here. It's Jeff.
Yeah. I don't know if Chris has gotten my texts yet. They still show as delivered and not read. So this might.
I'd call him.
I mean, yeah, it's honestly I think the game's.
I understand where your
but,
position
yeah.
is, but like I said, that's actually
All
kind
right.
of important.
I'm gonna throw you on mute for a second here.
Do what you need to. Yeah, so for those who just tuned in right now, what Garrett and I are talking about is normally this Shadow Collective plays a card called Inconsequential Losses.
Chris is fixing it
Excuse
as
me.
we speak.
He's what?
Chris just said it's being done.
Okay, so what's happening right now is, Jeff normally has the card Inconsequential Losses on the table. Unfortunately, he did not have it on the table. It allows you to put a weapon that you essentially sacrifice a weapon to handle 3 forfeit. Being that card was not on the table, Jeff could not put a gun back into his use pile and essentially had to lose another character at the site. He actually then loses RSA.
Which does make a
does
large
make a
difference.
Yeah.
In part because we've already seen one Ellis beat down. Another Ellis with Aura Singh would be big. And at this point, I think both Auras are dead.
Yes.
That being said, Dennis said, all right, the only way I win this is to spread and race and put out Ahsoka, Poe, and Padme, and said, let's race.
Yeah, and I think that's what he has to do. And I think if you're Jeff, you still drain. I mean, he does have the ultimatum. It's a drain of 2. It's a 2-2.
Yeah, no, so it'd be a drain of 2.
2. Yeah, you don't.
It depends on what else you have. It depends on what you have in hand in terms of being able to try and go back and make things interesting.
I'm not disagreeing with you there, but if you don't have a lot, being that he's already lost 2 Dr. E's, he's lost 2 Aura Singhs, I think you kind of want to still do as much damage as you can. All those drains are just drains of 1s.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think you want to do as much damage as you can, but I think if you have characters, I think you're better served throwing the characters down and just clearing characters off on Dennis. Like, I would rather see, if your option is pay to drain or drop Hondo, I'd rather see you drop Hondo. But it may, Jeff did just pay to drain, so he's figuring out, he's realizing that, the math says just start pushing damage.
And that's where it really comes down. I wouldn't be putting cards like you. I would not be putting Forlom out. You want to have many cards as you can.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, if I was going to put Forlom out, I'd probably put him out somewhere where I was going to start a battle. Unless you're just not finding your guys, and that's a...
Okay. Prince Chizor going down in front of Padme. Panda Bear feels like she's about to
Very
get jumped.
solid. Yeah, Panda Bear, I mean, she's smelling those feline pheromones, and
Gross.
that's it.
I wouldn't go down in front of Ahsoka or Poe at fear of the saber and a rebel leadership.
Yeah, and Poe draws if unable to otherwise,
Yeah.
which is the biggest thing. Like, I wouldn't have actually been scared. I'd have probably been okay with throwing Shizor at Ahsoka and saying, all right, you chop me down, I draw Battle Destiny, you don't. So you can't get overflowed.
Yeah.
And you go, all right, I just traded you a guy, and I'm
And
ahead.
the reason I'm saying Padme is you have the potential to stick around with
Oh, I
Shizo
agree.
there.
Like, I'm fine with going at Padme. I have zero problem with that.
And I think that means that she gets a destiny to power.
Yep, the handle will give her a destiny to power. She still does not get a battle destiny.
True.
So it's really just a...
Well, it's 5 to. So there's destiny to power, so it's 8
which is
to 8 to 11, so she covers.
yeah, and you're fine with that. Like, you're really, your hope with that for Dennis was
Yeah.
A, let's get that 4 back and moved, and
I
B,
think Jeff should have moved Kira to the upper walkway because it is a draining 2 there.
yeah, I would not have hated that.
I mean, you
Honestly, with
occupy,
him moving Forlom like that, I would have put Forlom in front of Padme to start with, because you could
yeah,
point for the -1 power. You're adding another 2. Like, with him having the handle, you're not causing overflow, but it would have at least been
yeah, I agree.
in the ballpark.
Yeah, but I think, like I said, if you want to, like, for him to throw the damage, draining for 2 plus your pinging for at least 1 with your be dead. I think that's a good option. Okay, so Ray,
Yeah.
all the Jedi AI, and it looks like it's just a Jedi lightsaber though.
Okay,
And
which is fine.
cute.
I mean,
It's cute.
there's...
And the reason I'm saying it's
Yeah.
cute is it doesn't cause any. It doesn't cause the forfeit forfeit to go 0. Okay, Chewie coming down as well. So you have
You're
some.
not trying for forfeit 0 there.
Well, no, you just want to get rid of dudes.
Yeah, you want to get rid of dudes, give yourself the Ray retrieval, give yourself the sight. Like, Chewie's really good there because he soaks up a lot of forfeit. And yeah, Dennis retrieved 1, and Jeff's like, oh, I better lose 1 to first strike. Wait a minute. That's...
Yeah.
I will say, I think this is the point where Jeff needs to put down the first light, though. Like, I think Jeff needs first light.
I think he needs to start draining for free. I don't even think.
Interestingly enough, he swung at Forlom and hit him, and then the battle looks like a battle destiny of 4, which Shizor's immune.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
and I mean
that one is
Jeff
unfortunate.
Jeff drew Dryden Boss, but I mean,
so he might need to lose Shizor just to cover the battle damage.
I don't think he does, because Forlom still has his forfeit.
Yeah, Forlom has his forfeit of 3, so you're at what, 5, 6, 7?
You're at 7,
8
to 4, 6, and 4,
15.
What's Chewie? 5.
Chewie's a 5 because you figure he got pointed at with. Well, Chewie's a 6, I think, and then got pointed, so he's a 5.
Yeah, so
and Ray's a 6, and so you're at 15 to 8.
Yeah, I'm okay with losing 4
so
to keep a guy on the table.
A guy that's not doing anything else, though. I don't know if I want that. I'm not sure.
Okay, if he comes down, if he could track a 5 or a 6 here and get rid of Ray.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. Otherwise, you can just throw first light down and move Shizor up to it.
Yeah.
And be okay with that as well. Yeah, there's...
not necessarily, because that's a drain of 2.
Yeah.
I think you want to get rid of Ray, and I think the best way to do that is tracking a 5.
If you have the 5, yes. I'm
I'm
not sure he
Come
has
on,
a.
he was tracking cards around. I mean, if,
Yeah,
and the other thing is like all of his interrupts now are still face value.
yeah. I mean, he really just has to not draw that boss. Like
Yeah,
that was a little rough. Like anything decent there, he'd have been real happy with.
yeah,
Peeling stinks
yeah.
right there.
I mean, anywhere.
Yeah, peeling always stinks, but it definitely is unpleasant there. So, I mean, and Jeff might be thinking also here, like, do I pay to drain? Like, I think you still pay to
I
drain.
still think you paid a drain. You're doing 3 damage this turn. You want to
Yeah,
get Dennis to the point where he is not comfortable losing cards.
yeah.
Like the
Like
more
you,
cards he loses, the more stuff he can't do a turn.
yeah. I will say you can't just leave Shizor in front of Ray.
No, no.
Like you already
Actually,
burnt your
maybe,
dick
maybe
anyways.
because again,
No, because he
the
retreats.
Jedi lightsaber does not make the forfeit 0, and he's got
Doesn't
forfeit
matter.
of 6.
Doesn't matter. He retrieves when he battles with Ray. You don't want to let him retrieve.
True. Well,
That's
he
like you
also
might not
retrieves
get.
with Rey too, so you have to get rid of her
Yeah,
this turn. Okay,
yeah. You might not
Cad
get
Bane and
overflow.
IG-88, 2 Destiny, and make her not lose the immunity. Now the only problem is
And
if he's got the I think I can handle myself here, she actually becomes fully immune.
no, because Cad cancels the immunity.
I thought it was the printed immunity.
No, Cad just cancels immunity. He doesn't cancel printed immunity.
Well, the reason I'm asking is because like think of it this way: Jedi business makes Mace immune.
Yeah,
If
may
you cancel
cancel the
Mace,
immunity to attrition of a Jedi here.
yeah, if you cancel and then play it, well, I don't know.
So he's got to play the order right. If he cancels Ray's immunity and then Ray plays handle to get it
Oh, look,
back,
and there it is.
I think he would. Oh, it does stay canceled for the remainder battle? All right,
So
that's what
how
Phil
does
is
that
here for.
happen with Mace though? Because if you cancel Mace's immunity with, oh no, I'm thinking of game text. I'm sorry, never mind. Ignore me.
Okay. I'm like trying to figure it out. I'm like, it seems like this should work, and I'm not sure what
Ignore
what
me.
point you're talking about.
Yeah, ignore me.
All right. So Shizor got hit, although he does have Incon out to stack the gun.
Yeah,
Um,
but he's still getting 2 Destiny.
it
She
looks
is
like he
hit.
shot with the gun. And yeah, so if he plays handle to add a destiny to power, he can't handle a gunshot.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not even bothering. Just draws destiny to power and battle destiny.
Well, no, he's getting 2 Destiny because of IG-88.
Okay, then
He missed the
I
flip.
don't.
Or he only had. He's not getting the 2 Battle Destiny. He's
Yeah,
getting a
he's not
Destiny
getting the
of
2
Power
battle
and then a
destinies.
Battle Destiny.
Yeah,
But
which is fine because they're functionally the same since Ray's hit.
yeah,
Like there's no attrition to worry about.
yeah. I mean, she still has her forfeit value though.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah.
But the destiny being a destiny to power versus battle destiny doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at that point.
So yeah, this
And Jeff
is
put down his Destiny wrong. And yeah, Dennis peeled a little bit more too.
yeah,
Whew.
that's what stinks for Dennis is
Yeah.
more peeling. Like I think he's about out of cards to be able to peel.
Get Chris. It says, Charlie, we know. I'm just saying, like, I get that. Hey, I'm trying to call a clean game, okay? I'm summoning my inner Phil Ace here.
Fine. I texted Chris.
We're blaming Charlie
We'll see
here,
if.
right?
Yeah. Oh no, this one's
This was
100% on Charlie.
Yeah.
So I did just text also blame Charlie for this.
Yeah.
We'll see if Chris gets there in time for it to
I
matter.
doubt
In
it.
fact, oh, well, it will because so far he hasn't lost them.
Yeah.
Like if he had lost them off the top, he lost the gun, he sacked back.
Empire Dan. No.
And there's Jabba's twerps with no aim high on table to retrieve like 4,
One or two.
at least 3. Kira, Maul. Oh, Maul's not an
Miles
Imperial.
on
Yeah,
Italy.
2.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, then 2.
How's it?
Okay. Hondo and Kira.
Yeah, I know, Charlie. We have some issues with the Wi-Fi because of the don't get it wrong. There's some issues there, but we're trying to do the best we can. It also might be that your internet is poop, considering that you guys are living up in the frozen tundra that is Minnesota.
So, all right. So putting down General Leia.
Oh, well, Charlie, you could just turn that football game off. That game is over. It's been over. It's been over
Last
since.
I saw it was 28-14.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's not
over.
completely
It's
over.
over. As the guy who has the team's thing behind a blanket behind me, it's over.
Yeah. Well, it's so.
But back to
So he
this
didn't
game,
even.
we
Did
have
he
now
not
have.
even try and capture Leia? That's a little bit of a surprise.
I mean, you're still getting 2 battle destiny if you're Jeff.
Yeah, I guess maybe you're counting on the 2 battle destinies potentially overflowing.
I mean, I would just
But you are
capture.
drawing. You're at 8, 9, 10, 11 plus 2 draws. Yeah, I'd have just captured and been okay with it.
Uh, Wolfman, you're talking about 20 years ago, Russ. We currently have old man Russ.
Ross is not a kid in any way, shape, or form. Let's make this clear.
He's the equivalent of Garrett.
Russ might be the comeback senior citizen.
Yeah, like Garrett.
I hate you.
No, you don't.
It's still 28-14 with less than 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're cooking in that, but you better have a microwave because ain't nothing else getting done in 2 minutes.
Okay, so. Yep, there goes Leia. Dennis
And there
has
goes
1, 2,
Cad.
3, 3 left in force
Ooh.
pile. 2 left.
Yeah, so he had to peel some and
Yeah.
Leia, and now he's, drawing a few.
Garrett and I have a love tease relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Garrett is probably one of my best friends. Hence why
We are
do this
not
together.
taking any of this personal. Do
No.
not.
No, because trust me, believe me, when Minnesota plays the Rams and loses to the Rams in Arizona on Monday, I'll just say like 2 words to him, and he'll just say, "Shut up." and
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
move
By the
on with
time the
life.
game ends, I will be in a state where I'm not going to be responding to you. So, not a big deal.
Oh, you'll be. I'm going to call you.
Yeah. I am old. I do not answer my phone after like 7 o'clock at night. Why is someone calling me this late? So, like we see drain a
Yep,
2,
and there's
drain a
Boba Fett
1
and Slave
because,
1.
you're.
Yeah, and I think at this point, even though Dennis is still doing some damage, it's adding up to the point where Jeff is actually still out damaging, and he does move Kira over. Dennis looks like he's got maybe 1 or 2 one card in his hand. I think if you're Dennis,
Yeah.
you might want to go after Kira here, just to get rid of that 2 damage.
That might be about all you can do.
Yeah, and that's what. Nope, Dennis does not care. As we do see a handshake, and Jeff Lavigne takes our play in your in game. So congrats to Jeff.
Well done, Jeff.
I mean, there looked like it was a little fishy from time there, but
That was close.
yeah, that was close. I mean,
Jeff,
I feel like it was
both of them-
closer than it looked with the outcome. But
Yeah.
clearly there was a few battles there. Obviously, the play of the game was the Ellis Hellrot move from the First
Yep.
Light to Cloud City.
That Ellis beatdown was big.
Yeah.
So
So
I will say, I'll be honest. We've been streaming now for 8.5 hours. We can post the top 8 when they get dropped. I don't think we need to wait to announce them on stream.
yeah.
let's,
I'm going to agree with you on that. So,
We will see you all tomorrow.
well, you know what? I'm
For the
going
top
to ask Chris. Why don't we ask Chris?
All right, you can ask Chris because I'm sure he no longer wants to talk to me. So, see how close he is to having a top 8. If he's close,
I
well,
know there are players who are watching, like Phil, like Charlie, who have given up their Saturday evening to watch and are rooting for their teammates, hoping to see them make a top 8. So I will not say no to providing them what the top 8 is.
yeah.
But if you will, you can be Mr. Grumpy Gus.
I mean, I know they both are capable of looking it up online.
Yeah.
So, like, if they haven't heard from their teammates saying who made the top 8, I'm pretty sure they will hear soon enough. But if Chris says they're real close, I can give him another minute or
Oh,
two.
5 minutes. Is that long? Is that short enough for you?
Uh, yeah, do you want to? I mean, do we want to sit and try and recap everything in 5 minutes?
I think
As Garrett
we
wants
can.
to go to bed. So
Here, hold on. Let me change the screen. Okay.
I mean, we
So
saw some amazing games and some super interesting
yes, we
decks.
definitely did. We
You
started
know,
off. Round one was a real exciting one out the gate. Our first game was Jeff Lavigne versus Logan Pedig. Logan was playing again 12 card hunt down. Jeff was playing Anakin Saga.
yep, it
Yeah,
was 12
Anakin
card
Saga.
Huntdown versus Anakin Saga.
And
So, how good are we in picking a matchup that both players ended up 6-2 and making day 2 right out the
I
gate?
mean, I had faith in at least one of them.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
going to
had
say
faith in
who.
Jeff too.
Got
I
him.
love Logan, and I know he's going to watch this, and
Yeah.
he's going to hate that, and that's all intentional.
Okay.
So
I do have
even my
one.
dog thought it was a good joke.
I do have one update. AJ Hatum is finished 4-4.
So, but that means Batmouse went 5-3, doesn't it? Was it Batmouse versus
Uh,
AJ, or who was
no.
or is AJ Batmouse versus Carl, wasn't it?
Good question. Let me check on that. It was Batmouse
Here,
versus Carl, and I want to say that was maybe a win in your int game too.
I think that one was possible. I think they were
Yeah.
both 4-3. So, given
Yeah.
that there will be some 5-3s that get in, so if AJ lost, that means Amar might be in as well,
Amar
which
was.
is
I was going to say going into round 7, Amar was in the top 8.
yeah, and that's awesome for Amar. Like Amar is
Yeah.
someone who plays a lot online, does a ton of posting in the deck threads on the forums, and posts a ton of unique ideas, but hasn't been out to a lot of live events in a while. So that's kind of awesome for him. Like, well done.
Yeah. Definitely.
And yeah, there's a lot going on here and a lot of moving parts. But yeah, so round 1 was Logan versus AJ, and AJ with Hunt Down just running straight gas. All gas, no brake. Got him there. What was round 2? Round 2 was Carl on Endor Ops, beating Justin Miyashiro on Luke Saga. And I think we saw a lot of Luke Saga getting beat today.
Okay. So it
And
does
a
look
lot
like
of Saga
Chris
decks in
is going to be
general getting
announcing
beat
the top 8
because.
here momentarily.
Oh, good. Sweet. Interrupt me for that. I'm awesome. That's awesome.
I'm just saying.
So, yep, Chris will be announcing the top 8 for us soon, and that's awesome.
Uh,
I'll just keep going till you tell me to stop, though. Round 3, we had. What do we have there? That was Joe Olson versus Mark Billings with the Shadow Collective versus the very interesting Luke Saga that Joe. Chris Goglin helped me stream that game. Joe definitely showed what
Joe, there's a reason why
being
Joe
a
went.
veteran to big tournaments does, and there's a reason why,
He went
even though we
so.
did discuss that Joe has not won more worlds than he's won, so I'm not entirely sure that we should really be, giving him these props for winning 3 because he's lost more than 3. But Joe definitely won that one and showed a little bit why he's 7-1 and a 3-time world champ. Round 4, Sam Tashima with Shadow Collective beat Brad Reinhold on Diplo.
Yeah,
Um,
that was a definitely a back and forth game.
that
Really
was a
good.
real back and forth
Yeah,
game where I do think Brad made an error that definitely cost him a lot. He had to peel a whole bunch of force,
yeah.
and that was interesting. Round 5, we watched Steve
Steve Harpster
Harpster
versus Matt Thornton.
on Hunt Down beat Matt Thornton.
Yeah.
Round 6, we
Hold
watched
on, hold on.
Space Rocks.
Really quick though. Round 5 was not. It was not 12 card hunt down. It was backdoor hunt down versus
Oh, good.
Y40. It was Bat 40.
All right. Sounds like Chris is saying they're going to take a lot of time doing prizing in top 8 because Mike is handing out prizes for everyone type thing. So I think we can say top 8 will be on the forums and on Slack. And congratulations
Yeah,
to
and we'll have it
everybody.
possibly on Twitter, Facebook,
I'm sure.
various other
Like
things.
uh, I didn't see James posting in here. So
Yeah.
the latest virtual set, which was the big tweak set, is legal for this. This is the first legal event, and I think it definitely had a huge impact. I mean, Luke
Oh yeah.
Saga was the most played game or most played deck, which had a lot of used a chunk of the new cards quite a bit. Thrawn was not in play at all because it's gotten dry. It definitely took some hits with the
Oh yeah.
new
There was a lot of
tweaks. Like
decks that we saw that got hit. That
the meta changed quite a bit,
yeah.
and the meta will continue to change because, like, I think we saw a lot of dark sides that were preying on mains and were built to prey on mains, expecting a lot of mains, and we can see different things next round.
Yeah. So
So,
again, once we for tomorrow morning, coverage will begin again 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. local time. Obviously, I believe Garrett, you're going to be back tomorrow as well.
I'm planning to.
So
So,
definitely have you back on. I'll be here as well. We're going to have 6 games tomorrow. We'll see if we can get somebody on our secondary stream, maybe to do some commentary. I don't know about that, but we'll still have. Hopefully, we'll have Sam's set up as well on his channel. So, but yeah, make sure you guys check out the forums tonight. Make sure you guys check out Slack, Twitter, Facebook, whatever you guys want else to. But thank you all for tuning in. It is always a pleasure to do this for everybody. So until tomorrow, everybody take care. Garrett, you got any final statements?
nope, we are good to go. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Good night, people.